Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're back with more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, last episode, Coulson got shut down, and he was left with Sousa, but Sousa's a good guy, but we're in a bit of a, we just jumped, and we don't know, I think that, we're jumping, we haven't caught up to the okay. We're following the chronocom now. It's kind of, we're somewhat lagging behind them, I think. We were able to stop them from having the thing, I forgot what it's called already, be a success, because it wasn't before, and that was screwed up a lot. They're going to have it over, they're going to make it worse. Also the cool thing was that we ran into Sousa in the first place. It was cool seeing him again. I think she's, emotionally coming back again, or something else is going on with her. Not really sure. Not sure what's going on with Coulson, or what's going to happen with Coulson. We saw his eye kind of, or at least, we're not sure about the other one, but at least one of them kind of blinked out. Yo-Yo, it seems her abilities are on the fritz. She can't, she can still slow down, she can still perceive time as slowed down, but she can't react, she can't move. When she tried, it's not like she was frozen in time necessarily, her perceiving things is sped up, but her physical body isn't capable of moving that fast. It's more so she went for it, and then something locked her in place. So, not really sure the ramifications of that. We'll hopefully find out soon. I'm sure with Fitz, Simmons can figure it out. She's more of the biology expert than Fitz. So if Yo-Yo will talk about it, because her and May don't want to talk about what's going on with them. Hopefully they can run some tests on them, on both of them. Speaking of Fitz, though, I do want to see Fitz, so hopefully we'll run that soon. Whoa!
Fate. I don't believe in it. But I know history.
Noir setting.
I know how the story goes.
I thought I shook you.
And then your story ends. Sometimes the hero has to die, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No. I refuse. No.
That day started in a fog. There was only one number I knew to dial.
Peggy. Oh wait, who else would be there? Stark?
Hey, I hope I'm not boring you, buddy.
Hey!
You are a paying customer. I am a bartender. It is your right to
I'm an idiot, of course.
Have me listen to the Crazy Canoe.
Enoch?
Agent Coulson. Such a pleasure to hear your voice after 2 decades.
Oh.
Glad you found a spot to hide out.
As am I. But it will be a longed-for privilege to leave behind the S.H.I.E.L.D. safe house and rejoin you.
Sorry, Enoch. We'll have to link up with you later.
We were just in the 30s, and they were really stylish, but it was so sexist and racist. But the 50s, though, are still pretty sexist and racist.
It always gets better, just never fast enough.
And some things never change.
Can't hurt to try, though.
Well, it could. If we lose control of the timeline and it goes skidding off the road.
Oh. Hello. Oh god.
Doesn't look so special.
I am pleased word of my presence has gotten out. Perhaps your call indicates it's time for me to join the team.
No, sorry. I need you to connect me to the zephyr right now.
Oh.
Happy to connect you.
Oh, come on, guys. He's dying here.
My attention is, alas, all yours.
There's my guy. I was waiting for the signal. Hat over his face.
Oh God. Random. Sorry. Oh, Coulson, you're so cool though.
This is like the Rosetta Stone of S.H.I.E.L.D. tech. Even the Zephyr can be traced back to this little darling.
If you say so.
Is that vibranium?
Wow. It is incredible, isn't it?
Is it?
She touches people and grabs their emotions?
Track down Sousa.
You can relax, Mr. Coulson. I come alone with a proposition.
You can have this case for Deke, sure.
Lovely lady like you would light up the silver screen, no doubt.
You think so?
Come on, Sousa.
I do. Just one little piece of advice. You need to work on your acting.
Yeah! My boy!
You thought you'd be fetching enough that I wouldn't notice your friends clearing this car out.
Watch out for the lady, we don't know what she can do, boy! I told you, Susan!
May I cut in?
Yeah, Daisy! Huh!
You again.
Told you we're the good guys.
Took forever. Oh! He did.
All right, then. Let's have it.
Well, first we need to take a little walk outside.
Are we bringing him on the Zephyr?
Seeing my team was a relief.
Rise and shine, big brain.
Whoop! I'm assuming you're not chronocoms.
Here's your scientist, boss.
Was that in the report you sent the CIA?
There's a bucket of reasons I shouldn't trust you all, but you did save my life. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has been infiltrated.
No. Is that
You got it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mallick?
How do you know that?
It's classified.
Who else knew about your meeting with Dr. Linmore?
Only my superior. Also classified.
Name wouldn't happen to be Mallick, would it? Sorry to break it to you.
The name's Wilfred. Now, why don't you tell me who you are? Because you damn sure don't look like a scientist.
Well, it's easier to let a bad man live than to let a good man die.
That's catchy, and I wish I'd said it. But Agent Sousa's sacrifice was an inspiration to others in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Like yours was for the Avengers.
Well, let's not oversell it.
It's a fact. And it's also a fact you got a chance to fight another day.
I did, but if Sousa lives, we don't know what impact that will have on history.
What if he loses somebody else?
The crazy canoe.
Enoch! Buddy, it's Deke. How the hell?
I'll connect you.
Aww.
I must decline the offer and accept that I am alone in this world, as I have always been.
No! Enoch, come on, buddy.
Guys.
Deke.
We've landed. What's the holdup?
Johnson, will you join me?
Oh, Sousa, don't take a bike. Sousa?
It's time to let me out of this plane. My drop's at 9.
Give us a minute. Let's make some waves.
What else did you feel?
What was it, May?
An overwhelming urge. I felt the need to
what?
run.
Sleeper? Maybe?
I thought I shook you.
Coulson?
Sousa completed his mission, died a hero. Just like what's in the history book. But not everything's in the book.
Yes! Coulson!
Obviously,
Don't need
the
a
answer to the question, could
Sleeper.
we get to him before his killer,
I thought I shook you.
was yes. This will make sense later. Maybe. Turns out being an LMD has its perks.
Yeah.
Like taking two in the back without a fuss. And being able to spend some time underwater.
The history stays intact.
Felt good to be back on the plane. It was going to feel even better when my system was restored.
How's that?
Hey, color's back.
Better.
Oh, it's weird.
And you're not still hearing it?
Internal monologue's gone.
Aw.
Everything's back to normal. Whatever that is.
I get nothing off of him. Time to buckle up.
Wish we didn't have to leave Enoch.
Me too, but he's 3,000 miles away. He's a chronocom, though. So he'll be wherever we're headed to next. Which I hope is home.
Poor Enoch. Oh, so this is gonna be really weird for you, buddy. But you're dead, so... Can we keep Sousa with us?
Future S.H.I.E.L.D. We're in a fight against body-snatching robots from another planet who want to wipe us out and take the Earth. The melting man you saw was one of them.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Well...
Do I really have to answer?
Time
You'd be
is...
surprised what I've seen. I'm not dead.
We didn't change history. We just took you out of it, faked your death. You're alive, literally, but to anyone not on this plane, you were killed at that hotel. I'm sorry. Welcome to life after death. I'll tell you all about it.
Please tell me to keep him on.
Oh, not necessary, Mr. Mallick. I have been left behind to help you.
You're the man who called.
Crap.
Told me Sousa was on the train. I think I might have met one of them.
God dang it.
You certainly did. As it is certain S.H.I.E.L.D. will destroy all you have built. It is time to prevent that.
How?
By doing exactly what I say.
This is very, very bad. Time travel can really just screw things up. So that stupid chronocom actually decided, and not only that is he staying like and actually like progressing through time normally. It seems to he mentioned it before on the train with Coulson that they adapt, and he seems to have actually gotten some social cues down. He's not acting quite robotic as he was before, which isn't good. Not good at all. Speaking of those chronocoms that are staying normal time, poor Enoch. Come on, guys. You had well, they didn't technically have time to. They really didn't have time to grab him. Like they were busy going through, rushing to get to the package, and then rushing to get to Coulson, and then rushing to get to Deke, and it was just all a bunch of hubbub. Poor Enoch thinks he's all alone right now. And he was just, not used, but he felt like, well, I mean, he was kind of being used, but I mean, it was really helpful that he, within the 2 decades was able to, I mean, it probably took him less than 2 decades, but I mean, the fact that he was able to build that device that actually was able to transfer the old rotary phones to the Zephyr, which is insane. But I feel so bad for him. Hopefully, at least the next time when they land, they can track him down and hopefully actually pick him up. If he stays. I don't know if he stayed. But we brought Sousa with us. I'm so happy. I'm glad he gets to stay with us for I don't know how much longer. I mean, maybe like the rest of his life? Considering he's, supposed to be dead. So he'll probably be with us the rest of the season. That would be really cool. Oh man, and that like the noir set. I love the way they did that. Like the blackout on his eye. You know, his vision was all black and white, so it was all noir setting, and then like the talking in you know, the noir dialogue was inner monologue in his own head because of the malfunction he was having. That I love that. It was kind of jarring when the color was brought back. It was like, oh geez, it's so colorful. But I love that. I love the way they did this. I was really sad for a second. I was worried because when they showed in the beginning with Sousa dying, I didn't think about maybe Coulson taking his place. But then later on, I was like, wait a minute, maybe they used a sleeper on him? And yeah, I don't know. The thing is, with Coulson's hair is a little bit different looking, but with the hat, it wouldn't matter. When he was face first, it didn't really show it. So, but yeah, being a chronocom definitely helps. Or LMD, whatever Coulson is. Very helpful. In that situation, you just took the shots, no problem. But yeah, freaking Sousa, I felt so bad for him, man. Like he's known. I don't know how long he's known, but he's known about Hydra having infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. And I'm assuming they're talking about Jack when he says at the very least, Jack. Talking about they've taken, what did he say? Taking good people from me. And Mallick showed up again. Freddie Mallick. And Deke, I'm pretty sure Deke is kind of regretting I don't know if he's necessarily regretting not taking him out, considering he was still a kid at that time. It's been 20 years, so he's, you know, obviously he's going down a specific path, you know, path for Hydra, and he's one of the heads of Hydra, not the head, but one of the heads of Hydra, and he was unfortunately Sousa's superior, and it kind of sucks that, like, I can't really blame Sousa for not sussing out that his superior was Hydra as well, because I mean, just because you figured out that certain people in S.H.I.E.L.D. are actually Hydra doesn't mean you're gonna know everybody who's Hydra. And I'm assuming Mallick was just better ingrained than some of the people that had found out. Or, I don't know. But they were going to kill him because of the fact that he was going to out Hydra. And he still wasn't able to do it. Like, he still wasn't able to out Hydra at that point. Because he's now just out of time. I kind of like how they did that, though. Like, they didn't change time, necessarily. Like, in the timeline, Sousa's considered dead. He's still left as an inspiration for others in S.H.I.E.L.D. And he's not there to necessarily affect those that he would have affected before. But he's alive. So, that's cool. I'm glad for that. I wasn't entirely sure what we could do. I mean, I was thinking maybe he's a fake or bring him back, you know, like heal him, like we did with May. But I mean, this works too. And luckily it was Daisy and I was gonna say Elizabeth again, and Simmons that got Coulson's body. On another note, we did see something else going on with what was kind of going on with May. It was probably a mixture of the temple and then the rushed situation of bringing her back, or the fact that she was basically dead before Simmons then got to her. Something's up with her emotions. Like, they're either blank or they're, because she said less so. Okay, she's like not siphoning. She's feeling them at the very least. She's feeling the emotions of others. And then when Simmons let go, or when Yo-Yo took Simmons away from May, like she said, less so. Not necessarily that they were gone, but it could have been just because it was ebbing away slowly. It wasn't just like an immediately the feelings were gone, the emotions were gone. But I don't know what's going on with the fact that May's, like, what exactly is causing May to be able to, like, feel people's emotions, which is very different, or not very different, but it kind of fits May in a way. Like she she isn't really well, she wasn't really the best in terms of expressing her emotions, and not always necessarily understanding other people's emotions. I mean, she wasn't completely cold. It was just, she wasn't the best at that. But now she actually will not just feel the emotions, but will know how they're feeling. But she'll actually like physically embody those emotions for a moment. And even especially with the Simmons one was really interesting, because she was very giddy over this material, which was I'm assuming not vibranium, whatever the zephyr is made out of. Unless that is vibranium. I don't know. It's some kind of metal that I don't remember. I don't know exactly what it is. But yeah, stuff like that I was wondering whenever she touched Sousa if she got like memories as well or personality. But it was just like the sudden like confusion and just the overwhelming. Well, the fact that Sousa, like, he was surrounded by such a foreign atmosphere. Sorry, I couldn't freaking figure out what I was trying to say. Such a foreign atmosphere, like the high tech crap, these people that he's never met before, seemingly trying to help him out. It's just like so much all at once, and then that hitting May, she's feeling his like, I don't know who you people are as well. So I was just wondering. At first I thought that maybe that she was getting emotions or memories and or personality or something, but it was just that he was feeling that he didn't know who these people are, and it was just so much for him. So that was just like a lot for May to take on. But I'm wondering, like she on her own, she can't feel anything. It seems, which I'm hoping we can fix that somehow. I mean, we have to before the end of the season. We already knew that Yo-Yo and Daisy, they both obviously don't agree. I mean, it's not you can't blame them for this, but like about keeping things the way they were in terms of the time, like obviously like letting Mallick go, letting him live before and not stopping him before the whole Hydra thing happens. That's difficult to kind of just let happen, and what almost more difficult is letting Sousa die. Like before we came with a plan, is like we kind of sort of let him die. We fake his death, but then we take him out of time. So if they can just figure something out like that, like if certain things need to be tweaked, maybe they can figure out kind of a workaround in terms of saving somebody or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like it's not every situation can be worked around. So we're gonna have to pick our battles in those regards. But there's at least that possibility. There's that window of opportunity that maybe we can sort of, but not really alter time. Not in a way that would be too big that time would actually alter, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna matter because the freaking chronocoms are gonna be helping Mallick, and they're probably gonna let him in on like what they do to kind of stop him. I don't know how far they're gonna be jumping S.H.I.E.L.D. Wait, there was a song. I forgot what it was already, but let me see. I'm gonna play it again real quick. I'm not 100% familiar with that song. I know it's like 70s, 80s-ish. Sorry, I'm not like super well known in musics and such. So musics, wow. Okay. Yeah, my God. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. So I forgot we were going forward. So right now we jumped probably like we're in the 70s, 80s, one of those areas. But so poor Enoch, man. That's we're in the 50s. So like another 20, 30 years. Jesus. Probably 20. Because it seems like it might be going in like in the same gap because it was 20 years before. So probably 20 years again. So it's probably the 70s. But God, man. Well, there's no guarantee it'll be, but I'm assuming 70s. So, but that freaking Enoch, poor guy. I mean, at least by this point, he can take a different spot. I don't know, get a different post. He was miserable. He was like slowly dying listening to this guy's poor story. And I feel bad for the guy too. He's like, you're like my best friend, and you know, it's just like, you're super drunk, and you're depressed because of what you've been dealt. I have to turn down your friendship and accept that I'm alone forever. That was so sad. But this is gonna be. I mean, this is already kind of a shock for Sousa just being in the Zephyr. Sorry, seeing the technology that they have around the ship, but being in a different time entirely and having they're gonna probably bring him. I don't know if they're gonna let him out right away, but when they do bring him out, they're gonna have to give him different clothes. He's gonna be like, what the heck is this? This is weird. This is a 20-year jump, give or take, so that fashion is gonna be drastically different. And he's also not gonna be SSR or any kind of special forces, so I mean they could probably meet him with some S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. That'd be interesting to see. I don't know of anybody that would be in at that time. We might see older Howard. That'd be interesting. But yeah, it'll just be very different for him to just being out in public and seeing how much has changed in an instant for him. Because it's different when in the 20 years when we met him in last episode, because he's lived that, but taking him out of time and then just placing him in a spot just where everything's changed in an instant, it's just that's gonna be a shock to him. And it was for them as well, but they're not used to it. But I mean, they've seen some crazy stuff already, so it's a little less of a shock for them. The first time they jumped, but he's seen some stuff, but this is gonna be very different for him. I like when Coulson did finally tell him, he's like, why didn't you just leave with that? But it's like, well, you might not have believed us. A little crazy sounding. And also there's the whole keeping timeline intact. That's also an issue that we have to take into consideration. But now that he's out of time, it doesn't really matter. It won't really affect anything. Now that he's going to be with us the whole time, so we can tell him. Which he did. Tell him that he died before. That we now this time faked your death so that we didn't technically change it. So man, that's gonna take some. I mean, we obviously didn't get to see it because it was at the end, so we didn't really get to see him dealing with it. But I'm assuming next episode, or maybe even the following episodes, we're gonna probably see him dealing with the fact that he had died before, and now he's technically dead. So he's not himself. He doesn't have his own life. He's not with his SSR anymore or S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, he's with S.H.I.E.L.D., but he's not with the SSR. It's a different life now for him, so that's going to be a shock kind of a thing. I did like, though, on the train, that Sousa noticed the trap that they were trying to set for him with that one woman. I don't remember who she. I was trying to see if I could recognize her, if she's supposed to be somebody, but I don't think she was. She was just somebody to distract him while the others came in. I'm pretty sure she's actually part of Hydra. Jesus, and they didn't just pay her. Wait, what if it was? I wonder if it was that one. Well, she's right. Oh, she could have died. I wonder if it was that one lady that was with Mallick before. Could have been. She was about as young as Mallick was at that point, maybe a little bit older. I don't know. But I like that he noticed you need to work on your acting, and then the fact that you didn't think I'd notice them clearing out the box. But I'm glad he noticed, and he took on 2 guys for a bit, but then she snuck up on him with the wire. So oh god, what's it called? It's like I forgot what it's called. But the wire that they use to assassinate somebody. I was like, you watch out for her. She could probably do some moves. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't underestimating her, but there's just so many people to deal with. So, luckily Daisy and Mac showed up just in time to save his butt. And Coulson was there too. I was wondering if they would let him in on everything right away, but they should have brought him onto the Zephyr. So, I mean, that was already kind of a lot to show some Sousa that stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I have for this episode, guys. Man, Ah, S.H.I.E.L.D. is so good. I can't believe this is his last season. I'm so sad. We have like what, 7? No, I'm sorry, that's really bad math. 9 episodes left, I believe. God dang, man. I don't want it to be done. I'm pretty sure they are doing 13 this one, right? Not less or more. I'd be down for more. But I think it's 13, which is very sad. I'm not sure what we're gonna be getting into, considering that time would be changed because of the fact when they, where the chronocom stayed, he was with Mallick in the 50s, and we're jumping to 20 years probably later. Time will be changed. Or maybe not drastically or outwardly, because Hydra works more underneath. But I don't know what the chronocom is gonna have him do. He says, "Do everything I say. We'll help each other." So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna have him dig Hydra's nails in deeper into S.H.I.E.L.D. or recruit more, or to where basically more Hydra than S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I think it was more S.H.I.E.L.D. than Hydra. Maybe I don't know. For sure, I don't quite remember if they showed how balanced it was. So I don't know what we're gonna be going into. How Sousa's gonna react to the different time. That's gonna be fun, and I'm just really happy that we were able to bring Sousa with us, because I was thinking maybe we were gonna have him for one more episode and then we'd have to leave. I didn't expect to have to bring him with us, which is great. I'm glad that we got to do that. That we had to kind of kill him to bring him with us. So I'm glad he's in with us for hopefully the rest of the season. But for now, guys, that is it for this week's episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next episode, click the subscribe button. And we'll be doing Doom Patrol whenever that comes. I think that's next week. I'm pretty sure it's when it starts up. It'll probably be a little late because I have some other stuff going on. But I'll get to it as soon as I can. So appreciate y'all's patience. See you guys next week.